We have seen the Collier County School Board agree to let high RF telecommunications towers be installed on school property, raising concerns of how many for the health implications that may have on our children. The estate needs better cell service at the same time. What are your thoughts on this?
Okay, this is an issue. If you don't know about this, you need to find out what's going on, because when I found out what's going on, it raised some eyebrows for me. At the beginning of the year, and first of all, let's talk about what an RF transmitter is. They're cell phone towers. Those big, giant, 200, 300-foot towers, they generate a lot of radio frequency radiation. That's not a scary term. It's the fact. It's for real. That cell phone tower doesn't work by magic. It uses microwave and RF radiation to do its job. So it's not the safest thing to be around all the time in close proximity. So here in these states, if you live out in District 5, does your cell phone service stink? Yes, it does, man. We're dropping phone calls all the time. It's a problem. So here we have an issue where the county commissioners decided to punt. They don't want to have anything to do with this. And they decided to let the school board do their own thing. So the school board now has decided that after receiving a presentation from industry experts, not medical experts, industry experts, it's like the fox guarding the hen house. So the guy that wants to sell the deal comes into the school board and tells them, oh, it's so safe, it won't hurt anybody, it's a great deal, la, 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 big money for everybody. And if you don't do it, school board, somebody else will. And you can't stop us because we got the federal government behind us and blah, 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 blah. So the next thing you know, there's an agreement to allow these giant cell phone towers to be put on school property. Now, the book is still out on this, but the crime that's going on here is, do any of you know about that? No. Why is that not being discussed in public hearings? Why is this both sides of the story not being told? Because there's big money in it. So here's where I stand on it. We do need cell service in the estates, and we don't want to live like in the dark ages, but it doesn't mean we have to sacrifice the health and welfare of our children. When a young mind is developing, when young bodies are growing, they're susceptible to all sorts of things that can be problems later in life. Radio frequency radiation and microwave radiation, again, the book is still out, and you can Google it yourself, and you'll find many case studies that say children should not be exposed to it. So what I would propose is, I don't want you to have your cell phone calls dropping all the time. And I don't want to fry the brains of our young kids with cell phone towers. What I would like to do is I would like to propose something that's not so far-fetched, 1,000-foot RF-free school zone. Kind of like what we have already with a drug-free school zone, right? We want to protect our kids, so we just say, no drugs within 1,000 feet of the school. So how horrible would it be to these cell phone companies if we told them, just 1,000 feet from a school? That's a quarter of a mile. And, you know, I met with some members of the school board and some members of some local citizens that are very concerned about this. And we took our meters and we started testing and walking around. And we went to the Vineyard School, elementary school. We stood in the parking lot. And I'm surprised you can't scramble eggs in the parking lot when that cell phone tower fires up. It's a lot of radiation. And it's in the backyard of the school. So we need to stop that. So that's a real situation that we live with, Julian, and it's a situation that's being swept under the carpet. So I'm calling for public hearings on this. This needs to be out in the public, and I also know that this agreement that the school board entered into, it could be undone. We don't have to poison and radiate our children, and we can still have cell phone service. So that's my solution is, we keep our kids safe with a 1,000-foot RF-free radiation school zone, and we let the cell phone guys find people outside of that area to go ahead and put their towers up.